Your forecast first from KARK4.
High pressure continues to build into Arkansas after yesterday and early this morning's cold front that did bring quite a bit of rain to many parts of the state. All but extreme southeast Arkansas in the clear now as that high builds eastward. That'll be our weather maker for the next couple of days. That'll move to the east, and then an even bigger and stronger and colder storm system now moving into western Canada. That'll be on the way before you know it, and that is really going to cool things off. Your forecast first for Little Rock. We are looking for a sunny day for your Tuesday. Absolutely beautiful autumn weather is expected. We're going to start in the upper 40s and top it out in the mid-70s. KARK4 News at 10 starts right now.
Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters, this is KARK4 News at 10.
You may have seen the signs or heard the chanting as Little Rock Education Association, a union representing Little Rock School District teachers, set up an informational picket line, all set up on the overpass between King Elementary and the Capitol in response to the continued battle over local control. Thank you for joining us tonight at 10, everybody. I'm Bob Clausen.
And I'm Ashley Ketz. Our Haley Brooks has been covering this story. She joins us now. And Haley, from the picketing, what is the main concern from parents and teachers?
The State Board approved a plan last month to return limited control to the district with a locally elected board in 2020. The proposal has some community members concerned about the direction the district is heading. Now, under this plan, several predominantly minority schools labeled as failing by the state wouldn't be run by the board, causing concerns of resegregation. The chanting, the signs, and the large presents pointing to one thing.
We believe the state has continued to fail our students.
Parents and teachers are taking a stand together to fight the State Board of Education's proposal.
Now the state board is proposing to put in place a framework that separates our district into 3 tiers of schools, pretty much resegregating our district.
Under the proposal, schools rated F would operate under different leadership that has not yet been identified.
They want us to be separate and not equal. This is 2019, not 1957. And if we're going to have all of our districts, it needs to be one district regardless of the letter grade that has been given to us.
They have not serviced any child well, any school well, this community well. They have proven that. Their record has proven that.
More information of the framework is expected to be released at Thursday's meeting. However, this group is hoping a different announcement will be made.
We feel that the entire school district as a whole needs to be released to local control with a democratically elected board with full authority.
The State Board of Education meeting will be this Thursday at 10 a.m. and there will be events planned every day this week, including a candlelight vigil on Wednesday evening. And you can find all that information on our website, KARK.com. Bob, Ashley, back to you.
Haley, thanks very much. Meanwhile, Little Rock Mayor Frank Scott Jr. revealed his own proposal to the State Board of Education today for Little Rock School District to regain full local control. Mayor Scott held a press conference this morning with several city board members. His proposal includes a temporary transition board from January 2020 until a new board is elected in November of that year. It also includes memorandum of understanding agreements between an F-graded school between the Department of Education and the City of Little Rock.
As we all understand, the schools are determined based off of the ACT, Aspire tests and other things. We can't control their process. We're only controlling what we control, and we're providing a plan, a balanced approach to get a locally elected school board to the City of Little Rock. That's all of our priority right now.
Arkansas Board of Education Chairwoman Diane Zook says the state's plan provides for the type of partnership Scott proposed.
Owners at the Big Country Chateau Apartments say progress is being made to turn the gas back on at the complex, but renters say it's not true. People say they've been living without hot water and gas for weeks now. Our Rochelle Turner's been following this story, and for the first time, Rochelle, we're hearing from management tonight. What are they saying?
Last week, I emailed Integral Affordable Management based in Chicago. They managed the complex, and today I finally heard back from them. In a statement, they said upon the discovery of the property's gas shut off, contractors have been working around the clock to resolve the issue. It goes on to say this was an unforeseen repair, and apologize. Our residents have gone so long without proper utilities. We showed up today to see if that was the case, and when we arrived, we did see workers at the apartment complex, but so far, after 3 long weeks, there's still no gas. The problem, according to city officials and CenterPoint, is that the owner must bring everything up to code and pass inspection, and that hasn't happened yet, which is why so many people are extremely upset.
The city's not going to turn this gas on. CenterPoint not going to sit it on because they got 19 leaks out here. They not telling the truth. So I am done with it. I'm getting ready to move out of here because we are not going to have gas at the end of October or November until every leak out here is fixed.
I think they need to close this building down because it needs too much work. I mean, it's some apartments in here, they have bed bugs. Like in my apartment, since they capped the gas off, my air conditioner doesn't work. I have a refrigerator that leaks water.
Now, people at the apartment say they want to be compensated for the weeks they've been without gas. And some people also say they just want to move out, but it's kind of difficult because they can't afford to break their lease or they're getting assistance from the government. Back to you.
All right, Rochelle, thanks very much. And in Heber Springs tonight, the Water and Sewer Department there is asking for your help to find out who caused hundreds of dollars worth of damage. Here's the picture they posted on Facebook. It shows a panel that was recently just installed for a lift station there. Well, the panel is extremely damaged, as you can see from it. There, they believe large rocks were thrown at it. The department is estimating more than $500 worth of damage, and they're also looking for answers. So if you have any information, you're asked to give them a call. And in Pine Bluff, police still need help finding a murder suspect, and now you could earn a reward for information leading to Daniel Jones' arrest. Jones is the top suspect in the murder of Angel Sebring, whose body was found under an overpass last week. If you know where he is or have seen him, give police a call.
A Jefferson County Justice of the Peace accused of living outside his district resigns from office today. It's a story we first brought you last week. The address that Delton Wright put down on his political filings for the past decade does not match property records. He sent us a statement saying that he owned an apartment in his elected district but sold it last year after the election. Wright tells us he didn't know that disqualified him from his seat. Little Rock man facing a child endangerment charge after police say he left his autistic daughter in a hot car over the weekend. This happened Saturday at the Ashley Square Shopping Center in Rodney Parham. According to a police report, the father told police that his daughter threw a fit in the store, so he took her out to the car. The windows were up, the car was off. We're told it was about 90 degrees outside when that happened.
Hundreds attended a youth vaping summit at Arkansas Children's Hospital today. Arkansas's Attorney General partnered with medical professionals from UAMS and Children's to spread awareness and work toward a solution to combat the growing vape crisis. Leslie Rutledge says misinformation and opportunities for youth to illegally buy vaping products online have contributed to an epidemic across the country and in Arkansas. And she says many of the vape devices are now being used for illegal drugs.
Had young people falling out every single day from whether it was a vehicle or another product that you use every single day in your kitchen, we would have immediate action, and that's what we're demanding.
And there is another youth vaping summit. It's happening this week on Wednesday at Bentonville High School from 2 to 5. And more news tonight on the fight against vaping. The grocery giant Kroger announced today it will stop selling e-cigarettes. However, it will have to sell off its remaining stock. The CDC says there have been more than 1,000 lung injury cases related to e-cigarettes as of October the 1st. 22 deaths have been confirmed from 19 states.
State Senate and House leaders met today in Jonesboro to discuss a recent rash of hepatitis A in the state. The chief epidemiologist for the state says that there have been 421 cases of hepatitis, and only 5% of those have been food handlers. The outbreak led to more than 35,000 vaccines being given out, costing nearly $5 million. The state also released a new awareness map showing where the illness has been most prolific. And also, it looks like Greene, Craighead counties remain the top concern tonight.
It's still ahead tonight at 10. The next season of The Voice will feature a new face on the judges panel.
Who will be replaced and who will fill that spot? We'll fill you in. Plus,
I just got super addicted to doing the Spartan race.
An Arkansas man's humble beginnings in competitive workouts lands him an invitation to compete on a national, if not global, scale. He is off to the races in the Spartan Trifecta World Championship. What does it take? A lot. We'll explain.
Did you see that sunset tonight? All I can say is wow, just wow. Beautiful end to a beautiful fall day across Arkansas. Here in Little Rock, we started this day at 56 degrees, only made it up to 75, actually 3 degrees below our average of 78 for this time of year. We've got a lot more nice weather on the way, mixed up with a couple of rainy days. The details are straight ahead.